Here's the deal. I love Peter McKinnon. You probably love Peter McKinnon. Pretty much everyone on YouTube loves Peter McKinnon. He's got awesome content, awesome friends, and he has a pretty awesome intro. So today, I want to teach you guys how to make Peter McKinnon's intro. So roll the intro. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? My name is Andrew James, and welcome back to a brand new exciting video. Like I said, today I'm going to be diving into After Effects and attempting to teach you guys how to make Peter McKinnon's intro. This is going to be a somewhat extensive tutorial, definitely the longest and most in-depth tutorial I've made on my channel thus far. So I'm going to try to keep the intro and the outro pretty short and just get right to the point. But before I do that, I just want to add one little thing really quick, which is that I'm not trying to encourage anybody to directly copy Peter's intro. I'm not saying change the logo, change the text, and then just copy and paste to your own channel, but rather I hope you guys just learn something from this video, learn something that you can apply to your own videos. Alright, so let's cut the chit chat and dive right into After Effects, where I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make Peter McKinnon's intro. Now, one thing that I did for the purpose of this tutorial is I downloaded a copy of Peter McKinnon's intro off of the internet. This way I just have a reference to use so I can make a more accurate intro. Now what I'm going to do is align my clips to the beat of the music as Peter did for his intro. So put your first clip in the timeline and then go 1 second in, and then stop it and hit Command-Shift-D on a Mac or Control-Shift-D on a PC and delete the rest of the clip. Now drag the second shot you want to use into your timeline, go another second in, hit Command-Shift-D, and then delete the rest of your clip. Drag your third clip in and then go to the 3.20 mark on the timeline, and then drag your final clip in and end it at the 5-second mark. Okay, so now we have all of the clips ordered in the sequence that we want. I'm going to drag this little tab down to the end of the intro. I'm going to right click here and hit Trim Comp to Work Area. The first thing we're going to do is add that purple blue-ish color overlay effect. To do that, we're going to go up to Layer, New, Solid, and then select the square, and then in the number key section, type in 050230. And that's going to bring up the color. Hit OK, and then hit OK again. Now select that layer, hit T on your keyboard to bring up the opacity, and then select it and bring it down to 75%. Now that we have that, we're going to add the square outline to go around the logo. So to do this, we're going to go back up to Layer, we're going to hit New, and we're going to hit Shape Layer. Now select the rectangle tool by hitting Q on your keyboard or selecting it up here, and now just drag and create a random square on your keyboard. Go up to the top bar here, and where it says fill, just hit that word and make sure that your fill is on none. Hit OK, and then go over to your stroke and make sure that your stroke is set to 6 pixels. Now go down and select your shape layer, hit the down arrow for contents, then the down arrow for rectangle 1, and then the down arrow one more time for rectangle path 1. Now go down to the size and look directly to the left of these numbers right here, and you're going to click the chain link icon once and it's going to turn it off. Now set the number on the left to 294.3 and then change the number on the right to 257.2. Then hit the down arrow right here for transform rectangle 1, and then go to change position and hit -30.9, and then change the number on the right to -24.2. Now what we're going to do is add that little signature that Peter McKinnon uses in his videos. Now to create a signature like this, you really have 3 options. You can find a font that you like and then you can just create the signature like that, or the second option that you can do is you can create a custom font, or you can do the third option, which is where you actually draw a real life signature. So to do this, you're going to write down a signature on white paper in a black pen. Then once you messed around enough and you found a signature that you like, take a photo of it from directly above. Then go ahead and import that photo into your computer and drag it into your After Effects timeline. Now, once it is in your After Effects timeline, you're going to head over to your Effects and Presets panel. In the Effects and Presets panel, type in Levels and drag the levels onto your signature. In this Levels tab, you're going to mess around with these bars until you've made the background of the markings completely white and you've made the actual signature completely black. And there you go, that looks pretty much perfect. Now you're going to go back over to Effects and Presets and you're going to type in Invert. It's going to be under Channel and you're going to drag that onto your signature. What that's going to do is just like it says, invert the colors. Now select your signature clip and go over to the blending mode, hit normal, and then change the blending mode to screen. And there you go, now you have your handmade signature in Adobe After Effects. Shout out to my sister Hannah for designing the signature. Now select your clip, hit scale, scale it up to the position that you want, then hit P on your keyboard and you can adjust the position of the signature inside of the box. And that looks about good for now. So you're going to select your signature layer and then select your shape layer, right click and hit pre-compose. I'm going to rename it logo. I'm going to hit okay. Now you're gonna have to select the pre-composition and change the blend mode back to screen. If we watch the Peter McKinnon intro, if you watch that box carefully, as the intro progresses through, the box slowly gets bigger. So you're gonna select your pre-composition, hit S on your keyboard to bring up the scale. You're gonna go to the scale and look to the left, and you're gonna see a stopwatch. Hit that stopwatch once to create a keyframe. Now go to the end of the timeline, and you're gonna scale the pre-composition up to 158. And now as the intro progresses through, the logo and the box are going to slowly scale forward. If we look at the Peter McKinnon box, around the 1 second mark, there's a little title that comes up underneath the signature that says photo/cinema. Go 1 second into your timeline and double click the pre-composition. Now hit Command T on a Mac or Control T on a PC to bring up your text tool. Click once and then type in photo/cinema in all caps. It's red right now, so I'm going to change the color to white, and the font that I'm going to use is Arial, but really any sans serif font will do the job. You're going to scale it down by hitting S on your keyboard and adjusting the scale, and then hit P on your keyboard and adjust the position of the text. I'm actually going to scale my signature down a bit and readjust it. Now go back to your main timeline and make sure you're about a second in, then double click the pre-composition again, select your photo/cinema text, hit Command-Shift-D, and then select the first part of the clip and hit delete. If we watch Peter McKinnon's intro, the photo/cinema text doesn't come on until about 1 second into the video. Now go to the beginning of your composition and go 5 frames forward. You can move 1 frame forward by hitting the command button on Mac or the control button on PC and hitting the right arrow key. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now split the clip. And now you're gonna move 2 frames over again, 1, 2, and you're gonna split the clip there too. Now go over to your effects and presets panel, and you're gonna type in change to color. You're gonna drag this onto your solid, and you're going to hit T on your keyboard and bring the opacity back to 100 on your solid. Now go over to the change to color effect in your effects controls. Where it says change it from hue to hue, lightness, and saturation, and then where it says change by, switch it from setting to color to transforming to color. Now go to the top eyedropper, select the purple, and then select the square underneath it and change it to red. Now select your clip again and bring the opacity back down to 75%. Now we're gonna move over to the 1 second mark of our video, and we're gonna do pretty much the exact same thing. Split the clip and then move 1, 2, 3, 4 frames over, split the clip again, and now you're just gonna do exactly what we just did a second ago and change the solid to red. I'm just gonna go over to this clip and copy the change to color effect and then paste it to this new layer. And now go to the end of this clip and you're gonna go another 23 frames over and do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So now we're 23 frames over, split the clip, and now go to the end of the next clip or 25 frames over and split the clip again. And you're just gonna apply that change to color effect to this layer as well. So now there are 3 different parts of the video that the color briefly changes to red. And now there's only one more time we have to change the color of the overlay, and that's just at the very beginning of the intro. So just go to the beginning of the intro and you're just gonna go 1 frame over this time. You're gonna split the clip and then copy and paste that change to color effect again, but this time hit the red square and change the color to white. And that's all it is. There's just 1 frame at the very beginning that starts off with this white overlay instead of the purple or the red. So now we really have the base for the Peter McKinnon intro, but now what we have to do is add these sort of glitch white bars to the beginning of the video. Now this is kind of a tedious process and it just takes a lot of time, so instead of going frame by frame trying to show you guys how to make these glitch bars, I just went ahead and did it myself and made it available for you guys to download. So you guys are gonna hit the link in the description and download the 2 files that are on the Google Drive. And the first one we're gonna use are these white glitch bars. Now these are not identical to the ones that Peter used in his videos, but they're very similar. Once you've dragged them in, it should look like this. You're gonna hit S on the keyboard and you're gonna change the scale from 100 to 300. Now you're gonna go over to the blending mode and change the blending mode from normal to screen. And one other optional thing that you can do is add a Gaussian blurriness effect. So go over to the effects and presets, type in Gaussian, right there, Gaussian blur, drag it onto your effect and change the blurriness to 10. This is definitely optional, but I think it just makes the glitch bars look a little bit more smooth and a little bit more seamless, so I like to add it. Now I want you guys to go to the other file that you downloaded from Google Drive, and you're just gonna drag that into the timeline like you did with the other clip, and then hit S and scale it up to 300, not 3000, 300, and then you're going to change the blend mode from normal to color dodge. Now drag the beginning of this clip to around the 2 second mark in your timeline. So if we play that through, that looks pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna take the opacity of this red down a little bit. I think it's just a little bit too harsh. So if we play that through again, There we go, that looks a little bit better. And now that we've added the white glitch bars and these sort of like red glitch bars, what we're gonna do is actually add glitch effects to the video files themselves. Because this is such a long process, it takes quite a while, what I'm gonna do is show you guys how to make one frame of the glitch, and then the principle is pretty much the same for all of the other frames. So what I do to create a glitch effect is I go to the file that I want to glitch, which is this file right here. I'm gonna duplicate it by hitting Command D on a Mac or Control D on a PC, and then I'm gonna use my rectangle tool. Now I can hit Q on my keyboard to bring that up, or I can go over to this bar right here and select it right there. Now I'm just going to drag and create a square around any parts of the video that I want to create a glitch effect. This can be super random. Honestly, the more random it is, the more real the glitch is going to look. So don't overthink this process. It's really quite simple. Just drag and create little squares. What you're now going to do is hit that top clip with all of the masks, and you're going to hit P. Now you're just going to reposition this clip. And what that does is it sort of just displaces different parts of the image, which gives it that glitch effect. Now to actually make the glitch move, you're going to move one frame forward, split the clip, and then move another frame forward, split the clip. Select that middle clip right there that you just created, and now you either reposition this clip or scale this clip up, or both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale it up, and then I'm going to reposition it as well. And now what I'm going to do is keep doing this, keep splitting the clips up and repositioning and rescaling the clips until it has that glitch effect. Because this is so tedious, I'm just going to fast forward through this, but I think you guys get the general idea. Alright guys, so we're back, and I just finished up adding some of these glitch effects to the videos. As you guys can see, throughout the entire duration of that one bus clip, it's glitching the entire time. And now if you look at my timeline, I just took that base clip and duplicated it, and then split it up into a bunch of different parts, and then made masks and repositioned and rescaled them. So the concept of it is actually pretty simple, but I think it actually turns out some pretty nice effects, considering how simple it is. I actually also added a couple more glitch effects throughout the video. So right here I added one, and then right there I added one as well. And I created those using the exact same principle. Okay, so we only have one more step, the final step, which is to add a slight text glitch effect right at the 1 second mark in the video. You're going to go over to the pre-composition, the logo pre-composition, double click it. Now what I'm going to do is hit Command plus to zoom in on my photo cinema, and now we're going to use the same technique to add a glitch on effect of this photo cinema text. So duplicate the layer, hit Q on your keyboard to bring up the rectangle tool, and now just drag some lines through this photo cinema text. Don't make them super harsh, and if you try to cluster together small little line masks, it's going to make the glitch effect look a little bit more intricate. Now bring up P, move it slightly, and as you guys can see, just like that, you can see it's got that nice little glitch sort of look to it. Now it's pretty much up to you sort of just to mess around with how you want to fade it on or fade it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move 2 frames forward, so I'm going to start off with that actually, and then I'm going to fade that one on, change the scale of this, and like I said, this is really up to you. Just sort of mess around with it, mess around with the scales of both of the layers until it sort of just looks random and sporadic like a glitch. And I'm actually going to add a couple flickers right at the end. And now if we play it through, there you go, it sort of glitches on. That's a pretty rough job. You could definitely spend a lot more time trying to perfect that if you want. So now I'm going to go ahead and RAM preview it, and we're going to play it through. There you go guys, that is how to create a Peter McKinnon intro effect in Adobe After Effects. Like I said at the beginning of this video, please don't copy and paste this intro to your own videos, because that's just like uncreative and unoriginal and just messed up. But rather, I hope you guys learned something from this video that you can apply to your own intros. If you guys enjoyed this video, I make a bunch of vlogs and tutorials on this channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you would check out some of my other videos, maybe even consider subscribing and hitting the bell next to the subscribe button to turn on post notifications. And I think that's gonna be it guys, so be sure to get outside, film a video, make a difference, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.